Trust. What is trust? What is trust in your organisation, in your life, within your teams, within your relationships? Trust has played a huge part in my professional career, both as a former army officer and soldier, and now as a business coach. I hate to think where I would be right now if trust didn't play such a big part in my life and my professional career. But what is trust? I want to share some learnings today, and they're out there on the internet, in books, but this one in particular, The Speed of Trust, by Steve Gaskell, is an absolutely fantastic book, great read, and it's a read that is just very enlightening in terms of being able to remind you and remind your team, your organisation, of the impact of trust and the impact of a lack of trust in any organisation. Over the coming vlogs, I want to talk about a few areas. Stephen highlights there are 4 pillars to trust, the core principles. I'm going to talk about those. I'll talk about the first one in a moment. And then he highlights the 13 behaviours associated with trust, and we're going to have a look through those. So first of all, I want to talk about one of the first principles, and that is integrity. Most people, you'll be able to see that integrity does and clearly forms an element of trust. And in fact, if I was asking most people what is trust, most people would turn around and probably say, well, it's integrity, it's honesty. But integrity is more than that. Integrity is walking the talk. Integrity is having the congruence to be that person who is trustworthy, to show that level of integrity. And this is both inside and outside. So your internal dialogue, the bits that we don't hear, what is that conversation? How honest, how congruent are you in that respect? Interestingly, you will often find that the biggest violations in trust are integrity issues. And having integrity takes courage. It takes courage and humility. From my military days, there was one of my COs had a real good handle on integrity. And what he used to say was, integrity is the ability to make a difficult decision on a hard day every time. And it kind of like sums it up. And having that ability, so if you were in a position of authority and there is a difficult decision to make, have you got the integrity and the trust of the team to be able to make that decision? Now, that's not to say that integrity is all about making difficult decisions, far from it. But you can see if you are able to make a decision in those circumstances, you are walking the talk. And all too often we find that it's those difficult decisions, those difficult moments where our own personal integrity is where we internally question ourselves. So how do you measure how your integrity is and how solid it is? Do you generally feel that you are honest all the time? Do you walk the talk? Are you clear on your own values? That's really quite an interesting one. Ask yourself, what are my values? What are my beliefs? Are you open to learning new truths about yourself? And that might be from your friends, colleagues and family members, where they're able to tell you and identify for you areas that might be blind to you. So integrity plays a big part of trust, and it's one of the cornerstones, one of the principles. So we'll talk about the next one at the next vlog. Until then, bye-bye.